What's the weirdest way someone has ever accused you of being an intruder? I was carrying a giant box of chemistry supplies through the front doors of my school when the security guard, a guy I'd literally said good morning to every day for 3 years, suddenly decided I was some kind of undercover criminal. The box was huge. Beakers, test tubes, all stamped with property of Lincoln High Chemistry Department. I'm in my school hoodie, backpack covered in 15 keychains, literally the picture of a normal student. But Officer Grant blocks my path like I'm about to bomb the place. Hold up there, son. Who exactly are you? I laugh, thinking he's joking. He's not. He's squinting at me like I just tunneled in through the ceiling. I'm Kyle, Jr. Ms. Dawson sent me to grab this from her car. Grant folds his arms. If you really go here, what's Principal Turner's middle name? And what's today's lunch special? Dude, I barely know my own middle name before coffee, let alone the principal's. I say, I don't know, and his eyes narrow like he just cracked the case. Now he's grilling me with rapid-fire questions like it's a game show from hell. What color are the bathroom tiles in the East Wing? Who won Homecoming King last year? What's the WIFI password? Meanwhile, I'm standing there clutching 40 pounds of glassware like a guilty raccoon. It gets worse. He calls for backup over the radio. Suddenly, Officer Lewis joins the interrogation. 2 grown men staring me down while I try not to drop Ms. Dawson's beakers. Lewis jumps in with his own insanity. What's the exact wording on the fire safety poster by the gym? Name every vending machine snack in the science hallway. By now, other students are stopping to watch. My classmate Josh passes by, smirks, and goes, Yo, who's the new kid? Josh, we sit next to each other in English. I yell. He shrugs. Never seen him before in my life, and keeps walking. I'm begging them to just ask Ms. Dawson, but Grant pulls out my student ID like it's a fake passport. He holds it to the light, flips it over, then looks at my face, back at the card, then at my face again. 8 times. Finally, he mutters, could be photoshopped. At this point, I'm convinced I'm about to get tackled for the crime of running errands. They decide to escort me to the office while I'm still holding this giant chemistry box. We're walking through the halls like a parade, and kids are pulling out their phones like I'm being perp-walked on live TV. Sarah from math posts an Instagram story with the caption, someone tried to break into our school with fake chemicals. My phone starts buzzing with notifications while I'm still being frog-marched by mall cops. We get to the office. The secretary, Mrs. Hill, looks up, sees me, and cheerfully says, Oh, hey Kyle, did you get Ms. Dawson's supplies? She was asking about those. Grant freezes mid-step. You know this student? He asks. Mrs. Hill laughs. Know him? He's in here every Tuesday picking up his ADHD meds. Kyle, why do you have an armed escort? Right on cue, Ms. Dawson comes sprinting down the hall, waving her lesson plan. Kyle, finally! I was wondering what happened to the beakers. She stares at the guards. What exactly are you doing? Grant clears his throat and mutters, just following protocol. Better safe than sorry. Better safe than sorry? They had me on trial for terrorism because I couldn't name the lunch special. They shuffle off, radioing that the situation has been resolved. But of course, the damage is done. For the rest of the week, random students keep stopping me like I'm some urban legend. Hey, aren't you the fake student? My lab partner Emma spends an entire class making me prove I belong by asking trivia. Okay then, what color are the gym lockers? Recite the pledge backwards. Who teaches AP Bio? Even Miss Dawson couldn't resist. Every time she introduced me to another teacher, she'd add, this is Kyle, our infamous intruder. And the worst part, Officer Grant still gives me that suspicious squint every time I'm carrying anything larger than a notebook. Last week, I was walking with a box of cupcakes for student council, and he goes, what's really in the box, son? I swear I could walk in holding a puppy with my birth certificate taped to my chest, and he'd still be radioing for backup.